The Pan-Igbo Socio-Political Pressure Organization, the Southeast Revival Group, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari administration not to continue with what it described as victimization and exclusion policy of the federal government against Igbos in Nigeria, attributing the insecurity in the region to hopelessness on the part of young people in the zone. In a statement signed by its president and national coordinator, Chief Willie Ezegu, the group said that the delay in releasing the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is not an action taken in the national interest. According to the Southeast Group, before the Court of Appeal ruling discharging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, President Muhammadu Buhari administration got the legal advice of the United Nations, which demanded for the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu based on the violent extradition of the IPOB leader by Nigerian government from Kenya to face terrorism trial in Nigeria. Like the Court of Appeal, the United Nations, the UN Human Rights Council, the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, indicted both Nigeria and Kenya governments for the arrest and extraordinary rendition, torture, and continued detention of Kanu without due processes. We recall that the UN had asked the Nigerian government for the immediate release of Nnamdi Kanu and release him unconditionally. They pay him adequate compensations for the arbitrary violation of his fundamental human rights. The UN also recommended that the government officials responsible for the torture meted to the IPOB leader be investigated and punished. The UN further directed Nigeria to report back within 6 months of the transmission of its opinions on Kanu's matter, set taking to comply with all the recommendations thereof. The United Nations had referred the case of Nnamdi Kanu's torture to Special Rapporteur on Torture and Other Cruel, Inhuman, or Degrading Treatment or Punishment for further consideration. The 16-page report dated July 2022 was adopted on April 4th by the Working Group on Arbitrary Detention at its 93rd session held between March 30 to April 8, 2022, and reportedly communicated its recommendations to the federal government of Nigeria, or on or about. We are worried that the current refusal of the federal government to first obey the order of the Court of Appeal on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is already being seen as kidnapping of a citizen. This will definitely worsen the recent situation in the Southeast region, as similar extrajudiciary action of the federal government, which led to the murder of the leader of the Boko Haram Islamic sect, Yusuf Mohammed, by agents of the state, has been widely acknowledged to the immediate cause of the extradition escalated of violence in the Southeast, which Nigeria is yet to recover from. Since the arrest and detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Southeast has become a trail of blood and gruesome killings by the state and non-state actors in Igbo land is unprecedented. The Igbos have been raising alarm on marginalization of the Southeast, but turning the zone into a butcher zone by the federal government, or by the actions and the inactions of the federal government of Nigeria in recent time, is the worst since the Civil War. We therefore urge President Muhammadu Buhari to call the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami to order, as it is globally acknowledged that injustice breeds anarchy in every society. The federal government can order the Academic Staff Union University ASU to first call off their strike in obedience to the order of the Industrial Court before ASU could be allowed to appeal the judgment, or the justification for not obeying the order of the Court of Appeal on Nnamdi Kanu. The extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu was considered and on injustice and violation of his fundamental rights by both the Nigerian nations and the Court of Appeal. Okay. We therefore urge the federal government to make hay while the sun shines and free Nnamdi Kanu in accordance with the express order of the Court of Appeal, as this will mitigate the Court of perceptions of bias, exclusion and injustice against the Southeast region over the years, the group said. Well, this is a very good talk. Mr. Buhari wants to fight us again, but the fight will be bloody. He said. So guys, these are reactions by Nigerians. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel if this is your first time of coming out here. Thank you very much once again. May God bless you all. Bye for now.